How to Grow Sunflower Microgreens at Home. Sunflower Microgreens, a home gardener's guide, India. Thanks to their versatile flavor, excellent nutritional content, and ease of use in a variety of dishes including Indian dishes, sunflower microgreens are in high demand. Microgreens from sunflowers are a great addition to sandwiches, salads, and smoothies. Serve it with dosas, idly, chapati, naans, and other Indian flatbreads. Sunflower microgreens have a slightly sweet and nutty taste. The sunflower microgreens' thick, crisp, and delicious shoots are a real treat. You need to try this microgreen if you've never had them before. Can anyone grow sunflower microgreens? The fast-growing sunflower microgreens can be a bit of a pain to grow because their seed hulls tend to get caught. You can grow them even if you're a newbie, but believe me, there are plenty of easier ones. As a newbie, I think it's crucial to go with the easy-growing varieties. By carefully following the instructions outlined below, you will effortlessly cultivate sunflower microgreens. In just 8 days, you will be able to enjoy the succulent, nutty microgreens. Sunflower microgreens, a comprehensive guide. Sunflower seeds are susceptible to molds because they are large and have many grooves and surfaces. In our microgreens training program, we cover all the ins and outs of growing microgreens. Here, you can find detailed instructions for cultivating attractive trays of sunflower microgreens. There are a lot of publications out there about growing microgreens, and one thing that kept hinting up was the suggestion to utilize sunflower seeds that are meant for wild birds. The best quality sunflower microgreen seeds are sent for oil extraction. The best ones are black oil sunflower seeds. The market sells what are ostensibly animal-friendly wild bird meal seeds, however, it is unclear whether or not these seeds have been aerosolized with chemicals during their growth or while the crops were in the processing and storage stages. Always better to avoid using those. It is imperative to utilize sunflower seeds that are specifically cultivated and processed for microgreens when planting the seeds. Items are needed for the cultivation of sunflower microgreens. The list contains everything, even the extras. The proper notation will be included with them. 2 kinds of trays are available, one with holes and one without. The dirt. Plant parts. 1 mug. Water. A bottle for spraying. Hydroxide that is safe for use in food. The basic plant pot requires 1 item, a cover for the planting tray, to be stitched. To prevent light from reaching the planted seed, cover it with an exercise towel. Seed density required for sunflower microgreens. Depending on the dimensions of the planting tray, you'll need a certain amount of seeds. Make sure that the seeds are not placed on top of each other. When it comes to the measurement and seed density, give us a call. The last step is to be prudent and buy extra sunflower microgreens that you need because, after you eat them, you will make another tray. Seed preparation for sunflower microgreens. Planting sunflower seeds in a container with a diluted solution of food-grade hydrogen peroxide is one method for growing sunflower microgreens. Sunflower seeds are less likely to grow moldy or fungusy thanks to the peroxide. In the event that the developing fungus reaches the seeds or young plants, it can also spray them. Microgreen savior, hydrogen peroxide? As soon as sunflower seeds are wet and planted in soil, a fungus on their shell begins to germinate. Sunflower seeds are different from watermelon seeds in that their shells are far more porous and soft. Compared to other microgreen seeds, sunflower seeds are much dirtier and more dusty. Maybe the spores are hiding in the dust. Maybe the fungus finds the rough surface of the sunflower seed coat to be an ideal breeding ground. Sunflower seeds are susceptible to fungal infection regardless of the seed vendor. Treatment of sunflower seeds with food-grade hydrogen peroxide. Here is what you need to do. Add the hydrogen peroxide to the jar containing the sunflower seeds. For additional information on how to dilute, see the bottle. Let the seed soak in peroxide for a few minutes to a few hours. It turns out that it oxidizes in the cup as it's brewing. After that, add water to the seeds until the water level is approximately 1 inch higher than the seeds. Soak the seeds for at least 8 hours. After that, use clean water to rinse the seeds and discard the soap water. Sowing seeds for microgreen sunflowers. Half fill your planting tray with a professional effective potting mix. Moisten the soil surface by spraying it with water from a spray bottle 2 or 3 times. At this point, it is not necessary to water the soil to the very top, just the top layer needs to be moist. Make a mound on the soil, sprinkle the seeds on top, and then use your fingers to press the seeds down into the soil. How to plant microgreen sunflower seeds. Before you scatter the seeds, make sure there is no excess debris, broken or empty seed husks, or other unwanted items. After separating the seeds, moisten them once again using the spray bottle. Covering and putting the seeds in darkness is the next step. As far as the concepts shown in the video are concerned, the story is true. The time when sunflower microgreen seeds are not actively growing. Cover it with a lid, another tray, or anything flat and sturdy once you've placed it in the area where you want them to mature. Apply some pressure on this. The next step is to cover the tray and its contents with a tea towel or other light-resistant cloth. For optimal germination and rooting, sow seeds under weight and in darkness. Set the seeded tray there and let it sit for 2 days before removing it. Afterwards, the first 2 days after the incident. In addition to checking the germination rate of your sunflower seeds, we will also examine the soil and seed husks for evidence of mold or fungus. Next up, the audience is presented with a tray that has sunflower seeds and fungus growing on it. Misting the tray with food-grade hydrogen peroxide is an easy way to control the fungus's growth. Once the peroxide has been applied to the growing seedlings, return the tray to the darkness and replace the cover. I normally stay away from grapefruit seed extract because it brings fruit flies, however white vinegar seems to be good against fungus as well. After the sunflower plants have shed their protective covering and are no longer heavy, you may care for them like you would any other microgreen. Just make sure to give them plenty of light. However, we may need to remove the sunflowers from their protective covering if they continue to cause problems with fungus. Remove any remaining fungus by opening the cover and allowing air to circulate among the plants and soil if the peroxide spray is unsuccessful. In most cases, this will fix the issue, and the sunflower microgreens will recover and keep developing, although at a little slower pace. The plants in the tray center have successfully lifted the cover weights. Take note of how the seeds on the outside of the tray stayed opaque and underdeveloped. Whether it's because the humidity is lower outside, the margins with less soil don't keep enough moisture, or something else entirely, we don't know. Whatever the case may be, we positioned the tray beneath our LED grow lights and sprayed it from the base. Sunflower microgreens harvest timing. Within a day or two of the first real leaves appearing, we prefer to harvest the sunflower microgreens. Microgreen sunflowers do indeed develop rapidly. Too much growth in the actual leaves causes the microgreens to become woody and slightly bitter. Make sure it tastes good to you before you try it. Try a couple of different ones. Taste and feel our personal perceptions. Healthy eating with sunflower microgreens. You can get all the protein you need from sunflower microgreens. They're also quite healthy. In addition to having many other positive effects on health, they are an excellent source of vitamins and minerals. Raw or blanched, sunflower microgreens are delicious. If you want some crunchiness in your hot dish, add it towards the finish of cooking. Soups, salads, omelets, scrambled eggs, and all sorts of sandwich and wrap toppings benefit from these delicious additions. If you've had any success with sunflower microgreens, please tell us about it.